What is going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Trading to Glory. Today is episode number 16. If you're new to the series, this is where we spend no FIFA points, play no games, buy no coins. We're just trading and doing some SBCs to glory, as many coins as we can get to, guys. So if you're interested, make sure to drop a subscription to the channel. If you're enjoying the series, guys, make sure to drop a like on the video. Let's shoot for 769 likes on today's video. That would be absolutely awesome. And let's update you guys on the cards we sold from our Sunday bidding, which was what the last episode was all about. Now we'll get into the Dembele and Stones in a second. Sold a couple of the Savage cards. Still got plenty more to sell on that L that we took a couple episodes ago. But all these cards are making us profit. Literally every single one of them. Because even the Bergwies, I know I'm still not pronouncing that right. You guys told me that in my comment section last video that it's not Bergwa or Bergui. It's like Bergheis or Berghoy. I don't know, all right? We'll call him Steve, all right? We'll call him Steve. But even those cards, we got literally for like, 400 to 600 coins each on bid. And some of them even sold for like 1,400, which is dope. But the real money makers were the Tottenham players, who we got all for like less than 500 here for Vorm. Sold them all for like 2,000 coins, which is dope. Basta we got for 400, sold for 1,500. Volpe we got for like 1,200, sold for 2,100. Scrolling on the next page, Llorente, that was a big one. Now, I sold some of them last night for 2,000. Remember, I got all these cards for like 700 or less, some of them for 400. So even if we're selling for 2,000, that's dope. But then today he got up even more, and he was up at 3,000 coins. So we made a lot of coins on that. We like pretty much 600% profit on that card, pretty much. Yeah, like that was insane. Marcall, we didn't make that many coins because we got him for like 1,000, sold him for 1,200. Gomes, we didn't make that much because we got him for like 1,000. Griffo, we got him for like 900, sold him for 1,200. Again, Marcall, Diego Rico, Insua, Rafael, that was a good one because I think we got that card for like 800. Pardo, both of these guys we got for at least 500 less. Emmanuel Moss got those for less than 1,000. Moving on to the next page, and then we've got this card listed up right now, and then a bunch of other cards are listed too. So we're up to 500,000 coins liquidated, and I want to go ahead and clear my sold items so we can continue to list cards. But did pick up a Dembele today. Got him for 115k using our UCL sniping method, which I'm going to go ahead and remind you guys of. Same for Stones. Got him for 20k and sold him for 22. If you think about the tax, then we're making about 1,000 coins on that card. And then for Dembele, sell for 138k. That's a little less than 7,000 coin tax, so we made a little bit over 131,000 coins. And if we got them for 115k, that means we made a little over 16k after tax, which was a really good trade. So we're going to go ahead and clear the sold items so we have another 50 spots there. But this is essentially what we did for the Dembele and what we've been continually doing to make coins, guys. I think it's still dangerous to hold on to these cards for a decent amount of time. I think they're great for quick flipping and buying and listing overnight. But, I got this card for 115k because I scrolled to the 59th minute and one was there. And I listed it for 138 and it got bought. Even though there were ones up for 130k and 129k at the time, I did do Tech Avion. So Tech Avion is going to be the first topic of today's video and how it works really well with these cards right here, especially given the fact that there's not that many on the market. So if you were to buy a Sanchez card, guys, and he's got 99 fitness and 72 contracts with an anchor card, that's a little bit better than having freaking 89 fitness with, let's say it was 2 contracts and a basic chemistry style. That adds so much more value. And it's so much more appealing. You can tell that this one is the exact same thing. Somebody's using Tech Avion on this card. 99 fitness, 99 contracts, and he's got a shadow on him. That's a very, very appealing card. Now, obviously, I'm not going to spend 170k on a card that goes for like 155, but you get the point. Somebody might. You never know. Somebody might buy that card. And somebody did buy my Dembele earlier because I used up pretty much all the gold contracts we've gotten out of the daily objectives just so I could do Tech Avion 99 contract 99 fitness on that card. It ended up working out just fine. So I just scroll across and we're going to go ahead and do one little sweep of these cards at the beginning of the episode and see if there's any deals on the market at all. The starting 11 is a lot cheaper than our bench, so I kind of organized it by their prices. And right now there is a bid for Ederson I've been looking at. So let's go ahead and place a bid of, 85k. So we'll go 85.5. Looks like we got a little bit of a bid war here. We'll go 87k. I don't want to go over 90 because I know I can sell this card for 100,000 coins flat pretty easily, I feel like. But I also, don't want to go over 90 because if we're going up to 92,000 coins, then it's going to be a little bit harder to make profit. Even if we sell for 100K, I guess we are making 3,000 coins. I don't really want to go up that high. So we'll go 90. What is his price right now? It's not updating. This is like the most broken part of the transfer market is your transfer targets. It's 91K. All right, that's going to be my last bid. And hopefully we'll get it. But if we don't, it's fine. But if we do, that'll be 4,000 coins profit, which we didn't end up getting. A lot of the bids are really easy to get late at night. Last night, I almost got a Valencia. It went up to about 121,000 on a bid. And that's when I stopped because there was one up for 135K at the time. And I didn't want to risk anything in terms of this card. I almost got it for like 100K on a bid by sneaking it, but then I got in a bid war and I stopped at 121K. Didn't want to go over it. Starting 11, though, they're a lot cheaper than the rest of the bench. And something I've noticed, guys, is even though it is very dangerous to hold these cards, since they are so rare, a lot of them aren't like too dangerous to hold. Like if you're holding a De Rossi at 15K, yeah, if there is an SBC that drops, guys, you're kind of screwed. But given the fact that it is international break, there's less of a chance of an SBC drops. I'm not saying there isn't going to be one. There's less of a chance that one drops. And he's pretty extinct at 15K. I feel like if he got updated, he would be more than 15K. Mandzukic has gone from like 25K to 30K. He's gone up a few thousand coins. Now, Emre Can, on the other hand, has actually dropped in price. So, like, don't take that as like a set in stone kind of thing. Because Can was like 28, 29K the other day. Now he's been going for like 21, 22K all day today. But Tolan, on the other hand, has also risen. I can't tell if he's just price fixed at 45, 46K here, or he actually goes for that much, but I haven't seen him be getting bought at this price. Nonetheless, he was like 35,000 coins yesterday. The rest of the cards are pretty similar. Dalbert has always been about 40,000 coins, and looks like we've got a deal here at 32K, and we're definitely going to go ahead and pick that up. No! I missed him somehow. Somebody beat me to that Dalbert card. If I would have flipped that for, probably I would have listed it for 35K. After that, that'd be almost 2K tax, not quite 2,000 coin tax, but I would have still made a few thousand coins. So that's kind of how this method works, though. Got unlucky with that Dalbert, but nonetheless, you guys can kind of visualize and see how I make profit off that UCL, those UCL cards. 93K is what he ended up going for, which, unless you're buying that for the team, it's not very many coins to flip for a 93K flip. If you're buying a card for 93,000 coins, honestly, you're trying to make more than 1,000 coin profit, which is about what they're probably going to make. But anyways, that's the beginning of episode number 16 of Trading to Glory. We're going to get into some different topics in today's video and kind of just see where our next move is. Obviously, Player of the Month is coming. This is going up on Tuesday morning, being recorded pretty much on Tuesday morning. It's really late at night on Monday night right now. So we're talking about Player of the Month. We're talking about OTWs, International Break, and what to do with our 500,000 coins right now. Plus, how many coins do we have in total right now? We have 35 of these informs, right? So 35 informs puts us at like at least 850K. So we're doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and get into the real talk of this episode. The real investments, the real meat of the episode, guys. We've already gone and picked up a couple of informs since the last clip. I picked up 4 Pellegrini cards that are inform. I got one for 12,500, got one for 12,750, got one for 12,750, and another for 13,000 coins. Let's go take a look at what he's going for right now and why I think this is a good investment, guys. Now, I explained this in episode 14 where we discussed all of Team of the Week 3 cards. Now, don't get me wrong. These cards were even cheaper over the weekend when we were focused on Sunday bidding and stuff like that. But right now, Pellegrini's inform card is going for about 13,500 coins. Now, if you use this filter, you can get rid of all of the blue cards and you can focus on the inform. So 13,750, and that card just went up about 5 seconds ago. So he is a little bit more than what we got him for already, and they're getting bought at 13,750 quite quickly, but at 14,000 coins, that seems like what he's settling at, and maybe not even selling at 14,000 coins. So that's about what he's going for this Monday night, this Tuesday morning, actually. So that is what he's going for right now. So we're already in the profit range. We're already doing fine. We don't have to really worry about losing any coins on this card because he's so cheap, guys. But the reason I love this card so much is because he is a great link. Not only is this card usable, he's got all stats 72 and above, most stats in the right place. He's got 82 passing, 82 dribbling. Don't get me wrong, he's nothing spectacular, but for an 82 rated inform, that's usable. And it's definitely a card that people would put in their Calcio A squads or their Serie A squads. But on top of that, guys, he's a link. He gets a hyperlink with Florenzi. He gets a hyperlink with De Rossi. He gets a hyperlink with El Shaarawy. Those are all usable cards. This Pellegrini is going to be used in some weekend league teams. Don't get me wrong, people aren't going to build around Pellegrini. They're not going to go out of their way to build a squad around Pellegrini like they might with Neymar. But what I'm saying is this card would be used and he will have demand. But not only that, he will have demand for SBCs. He's 82 rated, and if there's ever an SBC that needed like an 84 rating and like 2 informs, that card is great for it because he's like 13,000 coins. He gets links with everything. He's not that low rated. Like, he's not an 81, and honestly, guys, the difference between an 81 and an 82 rated inform is very significant. Now, maybe less significant between 82 and 83, but there's so many 81 rated informs that I really just feel like that jump to 82 rated is probably the biggest jump that an inform can have. But anyways, those weren't my only favorite investments from this team of the week. My other 3 favorite investments that I explained: Harry Maguire, Leicester City, English Premier League. Next, you got Nicholas Stark, who is Hertha Berlin, Germany, Bundesliga. Then we've got De Marcos, who is Athletic Bilbao, I believe, Spain, and La Liga. So all of those cards I really like because they're about 20k or less. Stark's a little bit less. DeMarcus about 20k. Harry Maguire about 20,000 coins. Now, they were cheaper a couple of days ago, but they're still a good deal because you've got Player of the Month for Premier League coming this Friday. It's probably going to be either Eden Hazard or Raheem Sterling. If it is Raheem Sterling, he is English, and Raheem Sterling's also English, but nonetheless, that's an 84 rated card that gets great links in the Premier League, and if there's an inform needed, it's going to go up in price. Then we got Stark, guys, and even if it doesn't go up in price for the actual requirements, we don't care. We're buying these cards going up into the hype, and since they get great links with other cards, they're going to go up for the Player of the Month hype for Bundesliga and Premier League. Then we got Stark here. He's not the cheapest Bundesliga inform at all. Those are from previous Team of the Week, guys, and we actually don't see too many cheap Bundesliga cards in the next Team of the Week predictions, whether it be for Foothead or Footwiz. The only one we see is Paco Alcacer, and I can't see that card being discarded, even though Paco Alcacer isn't the greatest card. He is a Spanish striker from Dortmund, and he also has okay stats. And given the fact that he is a striker, people will still use him. He'll have demand. He won't be discard price, is what I'm saying. So he'll be probably around the same price as Stark here, who's about 20,000 coins, maybe a little bit less. But right now, you can see Stark has 80 pace, he's got 83 defense, he's got 79 physical, 71 dribbling, 70 passing. That's a great center back card, but also for Player of the Month, Duda. Duda is one of the front runners, guys. Duda, Royce, and Jadon Sancho. But I don't think Jadon Sancho is going to win. I think it's between Duda and Royce. If it comes down to fan voting, it's going to be Royce. If it comes down to straight up stats, maybe Duda will win because he does have 5 goals, 0 assists. Royce has 3 goals, 2 assists. So the same amount of goal contributions, but goals are definitely valued more than assists. So Duda could have a chance at winning. Nonetheless, even if he doesn't win, he still has a chance. And people know that. So Hertha Berlin cards like Ibisevic, like Stark, and I believe there's one more Hertha Berlin card that's already got an inform. Hertha Berlin have been doing great in Bundesliga recently, and so they're getting informs, but you know, they will go up into the hype of Bundesliga Player of the Month, which we don't know the exact date that it's dropping. I think that's really preventing the real hype for these cards rising so far, so you still have plenty of time, honestly, for Bundesliga Player of the Month. Once that starts getting hyped up, once EA maybe make an announcement, once we get a leak, something along those lines, we will see these cards start rising. But right now, Bundesliga cards are still quite cheap. DeMarcos is a really usable card, guys. Again, he's got 87 pace, 82 physical, 78 defense, 79 dribble, 77 passing. It's really well-rounded with good stats in the right spots with 87 pace and 82 physical, and he's got 4-star skills. Like, it's a very good card. He's one of the best right backs in La Liga, so he'll go into squads. He's not so much a card that's going to be used in SBCs because he has like 22,000 coins as an 82 rated, when you can get 82 rated cards like Ricardo Horta for less than, you know, half of that. You can get him for like 10,500 coins. Pablo Fornals is also a good shout, but again, he's a little bit expensive. He used to be cheap. He's like 16,000 coins right now. He was like 13, 14k over the weekend, so he might be a little bit late on this. But the main card I want to talk to you guys about is Felipe Anderson. This is a very unique card. It's one of the rarest investments you're going to see, okay? One of the rarest cards you're going to see. Such a good investment. And let me tell you why. Felipe Anderson got an inform this week, but he has an OTW card. Those OTW cards were in packs for 11 days. That just ended today, Monday, at 6 p.m. UK. And that means he's only in packs for his inform card for literally 48 hours. How many inform cards are you going to see something like that throughout the year? Very, very few. So he's a very unique investment, guys. Felipe Anderson. Now, the only issue is his inform card goes for probably about 90 to 100K, while his OTW card doesn't go for that much more. He goes for like maybe 115,000 coins. Let's take a look at the prices right now. You can see there is his OTW card for 113K, and then there's his inform for 97K. So far, the cards aren't that different in price, and if I were making an investment, honestly, I'd go with the OTW because it's dynamic. That could get upgraded to 86 rated on his next inform, so he has a bigger chance of rising in price. But you also got to remember that OTW has more cards in the market. Let's take a look. How many OTW Felipe Andersons are there? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. So about 30 cards for Felipe Anderson's OTW, and it's out of packs already, so there's still a lot on the market. This card just went into packs about, 16 hours ago now, and how many are on the market for the inform card? You've got 1, 2, 3 pages. Yeah, about 3 pages, so about 15 cards for Felipe, about half as many informs as there are OTWs on the market, so he's more rare as an inform card. So if this card gets down in price a little bit further, and I'm talking less than 90K, I'm talking less than 90K, I am not buying it for 94, even though I could still make profit on it. I don't want to be paying that much because it's just too close to the price of the inform card. It's simply too close to the price of the OTW card, excuse me. So this is such a rare investment where they're only going to be in packs for 48 hours. There's only going to be a handful of Felipe Andersons. It's a meta card. If he gets another inform, that could cause this card to go down. That's why I'm a little iffy on it right now with 90,000 coins. But if it gets down a little bit lower on the Tuesday that this video goes up, I will be picking up a couple of these cards because it's just super, super rare. So I thought I'd talk about that for a little bit because it's just such a unique card that we're not really going to see ever again in FIFA 19 unless it happens again for the next batch of OTWs that happens in the winter, where maybe those cards are out for 11 days and another inform goes in at that week, that specific week. So that even is probably unlikely. So with that being said, guys, that is going to wrap up today's Trading to Glory. Kind of short, but it is a Monday night, Tuesday morning. There's not much yet, but we are maybe expecting something UEFA related in terms of SBCs on this Tuesday. Now, is there going to be a marquee matchups? No, there's not going to be a marquee matchups, guys. Marquee matchups is only for weeks that UCL is actually going to be happening, and since it's international break, obviously that's not going to be a shout. But since there is just really no supply for these UCL rare cards, like if you take a look at all these cards, there are just not that many on the market for any of them. I mean, that one's extinct. Let's take a look at Was. I mean, how many are there on the market for a card that has a very high price range of 50K? He doesn't sell for nearly that. He's got like 8 on the market for an 83 rated card. Let's take a look at Dalbert, a 77 rated card. There are 4 on the market, 4 of them. They're super rare. So EA might sneak something in there. Maybe not even a UCL related SBC, but gives a reward of a rare UCL card. Something along those lines. Now, I'm not saying they are going to do something, but given the fact of how rare these cards actually are, it would not surprise me. And since these cards are so rare, guys, I would not hold them as long-term investments. I would quick flip all of these. And that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to pick them up for cheap, list them overnight, quick flip them. Don't take any risks, because once they do go back in packs, guys, once these guys do go back in packs, it's too late. You're done. These cards are just going to start dropping. And there'll be another investment opportunity after that does happen, but for cards that you already have a Davinson Sanchez, right? You already got this card for 164,000 coins. That's going to drop easily 30,000 coins once they go back in packs. There's only 6 of them on the market right now, guys. For Mahrez, how many are on the market? Literally 5 of them. 5 Mahrez on the market. There's one for 100K. It's not too bad. I might flip that, but that's besides the point. Final thing I want to talk about this episode that I almost forgot about is OTW cards. I said I was going to talk about those at the beginning of the episode, and I didn't yet. So let's talk about them. Some of them have risen already. And I looked at Fred, and I looked at Richarlison, and I was like, what the heck is going on? It's international break. Why are these cards rising so much? Fred was 57, 58K yesterday, and now he's up to about 62 to 65,000 coins. He was actually a little bit more expensive. He was about 65K earlier. He is dropping back down a little bit. So at certain points in the day, you can definitely pick up some deals. But one of the best things to do for finding good deals, guys, is go to footbin.com. Okay, footbin.com. If you guys don't know what it is, then you're doing something wrong. All right, you got to be using this website. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, guys. They're just a good website for, you know, finding good deals. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go put on the display capture. I'm going to show you exactly what I do to find decent deals. So you can search players and everything and find their prices, but you can do that on the regular game too. But what you can't do on the regular game is this little feature right here that says market index. And you can go down to ones to watch specifically, and it'll give you a list of cards that are on a downward spiral and a list of cards that are on an upward spiral. So you see these cards like Fred at 63,000 coins, up 2.4%. That means you could have got them for 2.4% less a couple hours ago, and you probably shouldn't go buy that card. So for Malcolm, you don't want to be buying that card right now. He's up 9%. But you take a look at Salaf Sane, he's down 7%. Now on a card that's about 12,000 coins, that means he probably only dropped about 1,000 coins. But nonetheless, that's still less than what he normally is. For Thomas Lamar, he's dropped 6%, which means that he dropped about 3,000 coins in the last couple hours. So normally he's about 50,000 coins. Now he's down to 47,000 coins. Sime Verschalko down 4% means he probably dropped about 2,000 coins right now. Quincy Promes 77k. If you drop 2%, that means he again probably dropped about like 2 or 3,000 coins. But you guys kind of get the point on what I'm saying here, guys. These cards, you can get a real good idea on what cards you want to stay away from. Richarlison, he's up 4%. We saw that card at 27k yesterday, so this is accurate. It is up about 4%. We saw him at 27k yesterday. And for Fred, he was at like 58, 59k yesterday. He's definitely up in price. So this is accurate. We know it's accurate for a couple of these, so we can kind of assume that these guys are also accurate. And with Quincy Promes, that's a card that definitely fluctuates a lot on match day. Quincy Promes plays for Netherlands. I don't know if he sees too much time, but on the international break, if he's starting, you know, you might want to sell before that game starts or buy it right after the game is over and invest for his next game for Sevilla, I believe, is where Promes plays. Nonetheless, you guys can see how the market momentum says 57.98%. So, right, what that means is they're kind of going up. These prices are going up in price right now. The market is starting to wake up. It's on an upward spiral. Overall, OTWs are up in price today. So is it a good day to buy OTWs? Honestly, not really. Let's take a look at this again tomorrow. See if it's down a little bit. If it's down to like 45%, maybe it might be time to buy a couple of cards, especially given the fact that we know these OTW cards rise on like Saturdays and Fridays, especially. I normally sell them on Fridays. Now this has only been a thing for a couple of days now. It's not like you're not seeing too much. It started, it looked like, on Thursday, October 4th. So we've only got a few days of data to work with. So we're not really getting too much out of this, but if we look back on FIFA 18's graphs, what you notice is that they're cheapest on Saturdays and some Wednesdays. Why Wednesdays? Because sometimes people hold their OTWs, hence João Cancelo, that he gets 1 assist and a man of the match and he doesn't end up getting an inform, that João Cancelo drops by 30,000 coins on Wednesday when he doesn't get that inform because all these people panic sell. That's why you always sell into the hype. It's rule number 1 for guaranteeing your profit. So that is why they drop on Wednesdays. But why they mostly drop on Saturdays? If that's game day, why aren't they up in prices? Because after their games, 95% of the cards, literally 95% of the cards drop in price. They all crash. At least a few thousand coins. Even if they're not invested in heavily, they're still going to drop in price after their games because if they don't do amazing to get an inform, they're going to drop in price. And that's how it works every week. So you have a 95% chance of really working out if you sell into the hype. You have a 5% chance if you take that risk. If you keep that Richarlison, guys, and you bought him for 27k, right? Richarlison, you bought him for 27,000 coins, and you wait till Everton play their game this weekend, and Richarlison gets no goals and no assists, and he was 34k before the game started. He's going to be like 25k after the game's over. And yeah, maybe you only lost 2,000 coins, but you really lost 9,000 because you could have sold him for 34k. So that's kind of what I'm saying, guys. Always sell into the hype, and you can definitely use this index ones to watch to help you out. Now, Path to Glory isn't a thing yet, so we're not going to be using that, but you can also use it for index icons as well, guys. Right now, Dennis Bergkamp for 1 million. It's down 23%. Now that might just be because there just weren't any listed. That also could mean, hey, there's a freaking snipe on Dennis Bergkamp right now. Now it's definitely the first one. There just probably wasn't any listed. He's a very expensive and rare card, so they might have just been up at 1.2 million coins for a little while, but he actually sells for like 1.1 million. Lev Yashin is down 12% at 350,000. Michael Laudrup is down 11% at 575,000. Now, a lot of these might be a little bit misleading. Are these cards actually going for 11% more than this? No, they're not actually going for 11% more than this, but you know that because you can kind of use this to get an idea on what these cards go for. And you definitely know not to buy a Bobby Moore right now because he's 948K, and it looks like he probably settles around 500K if he went up 95%. Let's take a look at Bobby Moore, guys. Bobby Moore is 948K. There's one of him on the market. Take a look at what he has on PS4. There's tons more on the market. More competition leads to more accurate prices. So right now, he's got a monopoly on the Bobby Moore market. If you want a Bobby Moore, you're paying 950,000 coins on him. Now, nobody's going to buy that card. That's the thing. If you take a look at the hourly graph, guys, and you look at yesterday, he goes for like 460,000 coins. So that just gives you an indicator that, hey, right now is not the time to buy Bobby Moore. Right now is not the time to buy Laurent Blanc or George Hadji or even Diego Maradona and Henrik Larsson. But right now might be the time if you want to buy yourself a frickin' JJ Okocha. He's down 7% right now. He's 380K. Maybe normally he goes for like 400,000 coins. But based on the PS prices, you can kind of like compare him to other consoles. If you're on Xbox, you can compare to PS4. If you're on PS4 compared to Xbox, they're not always going to be the exact same, but they are similar. So if one of them says 700K and one of them says 362K, then there's a problem. You don't want to be buying that one for 700K. But if you look at it at the 362K and you see 700K over here, you might be like, okay, if he's way more on Xbox, maybe I should buy that card. That's not always the case. So again, there's just a little, you got to do a little bit more research than just look at the, base prices, because like, especially looking at the hourly graphs, I think this is the best way to kind of determine a price. So if I take a look at Sunday, what was his price normally on Sunday? 312K, 320K, 318K. Yesterday, he was up to 340, 350. So kind of like you learn stuff just like that. It's like, okay, he's a little bit cheaper on Sundays, especially after weekend league ends. Okay, and what is he today? He's up to 380K now? All right, that's interesting to know. Maybe next week I'll see if he drops on Sunday again, and I'll sell him on Tuesday. Stuff like that, and you just learn that way. So again, that's kind of how you do a little bit of icon trading, OTW trading, inform trading, and we talked about UCL cards. We talked about a lot of stuff this episode. Honestly, if you guys watched this video to end, you probably learned a lot today. This was a very good episode. I think this was a very informative episode, especially in comparison to the last couple where we only talked about specific things. Like episode 14 was all about informs. Episode 15 was all about UCL cards and Sunday bidding. And this episode was about icons, OTWs, informs, UCL cards, everything in very in-depth. So you guys probably learned a lot, and if you did, drop a like on the video. If you made it to the end of the video, I want you to comment down below. Just tell me how many coins you guys have if you liquidated everything. So if I sold everything, I'd probably have like 850 to 900,000 coins. So I sold everything right now. How many coins are you guys up to right now? Tell me in the comment section below. I'll go ahead and heart your comments, reply to them, and all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for supporting Trading to Glory series. If you guys are enjoying, make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.